Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new NECA TMNT cover variant Belly Bomb figure. So before we take a look at Belly Bomb, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes packed in with this Krang minifigure, and Krang looks really good. I love that crazy expression there on his face. He has a bunch of sculpted details on him, and black painted lines in between all of those sculpted details. And that looks very awesome. He also has ball-jointed tendrils. They have some pretty decent range of motion to them. They can move up and down, side to side, spin all the way around. That's pretty awesome. And he does stand perfectly well on the ground. I thought he might be a little wobbly because you can see that the bottom of him is curved a little bit. But if you lay him like that, then he stays there perfectly. So that is pretty cool. That is a very awesome pack-in for Belly Bomb. Up next, he comes with a set of fisted hands. Up next, he comes with a set of these open hands. You can see the eyeball a lot better on these open hands. It's sculpted and painted on there very well. Up next, he comes with these accessory holding hands, but he doesn't come with any accessories to actually hold in these hands. And finally, he comes with an alternate right trigger finger hand for holding his bazooka and the bazooka. And the bazooka has some really nice paint detail to it. The sculpt is pretty smooth, but all of the paint details on this look really good. The little black cell-shaded lines, as well as the white here on the underneath, that looks really good, and he can hold it very well in his hand. It would have been cool if you could have got him holding it in both hands, but he really can't due to his enormous belly there. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at his head sculpt. So taking a look at this head sculpt, I think NECA did a fantastic job at sculpting and painting it. It is a very bizarre looking head, and it looks really good. I like the black painted on lines there. I guess you'd consider that cell shading. That looks really good. Surprisingly, his eyeball is actually articulated. If you've noticed when I've been switching the accessories out though, the eye has been moving on its own. It is really loose. You do have to roll it with your finger, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. So I do think it's really cool that you can actually move the eyeball around right there and it's articulated, but it's very loose. In the package it had this little piece of tape over top of it, and I probably should have left that on there. It was kind of hard to see, but I really wanted to articulate it. But now that I took that piece of tape off, it's just rolling around all willy-nilly. It would have been cool if he would have had a dial in the back of his head like the Ultimate Gizmo had, because Gizmo, you could actually roll the dial on the back of his head and you could move his eyes whatever direction you wanted. I think they should have implemented that on this head sculpt. That way the eyeball isn't just rolling around all willy-nilly. But other than that, I think the eye looks good. You get the little glimmer of light right there. I especially love the sculpt detail to the neck. The way it's sculpted and painted with the wrinkles right there, it hides the articulation really well. You get articulation right here and then at the base of the neck, but it almost looks like it's just the sculpted parts there of the wrinkles. So NECA did a really good job on that. I absolutely love the collars on this cover variant. I like the collars in it way more than the regular version. The collars on this one just really pop. In person, they're just very vibrant, very retro. It just looks really good having it in hand. I don't actually remember why I passed on the original, but I'm glad I did because I actually like this one better. The collars on it just look so much cooler to me. I absolutely love the fact that the mouth here on his stomach is articulated, so you can open it and close it. And you can see that they even sculpted up here. They sculpted and painted the details. Though you can see that the black paint didn't get in all of this little wrinkle right here. But it's still really cool that they implemented that. He even has a ball-jointed tongue. It's kind of hard to get into here because of the teeth. But yeah, they even articulated the tongue. And NECA really went the extra mile with that, and that is very awesome. Another nitpick I had is that these shackles are very soft rubbery plastic, and this left one was actually trapped underneath one of the hands in the package. Whatever hand that was on it in the package, it was underneath the joint there, so I did have to pry it out. I'm probably going to have to heat it up and try to get it back into place, because it just keeps wanting to go underneath of the hands whenever I'm switching them out. There's not a whole lot of other sculpted details on this figure, other than some wrinkles like right here on his pants, and the back of his jacket just a little bit. And then on his boots, the wrinkles here are actually painted in gray, and I think that looks really good. As I said, this figure just looks really good in person, and I'm glad that I didn't get the previous one because this one looks so much cooler to me. So now, let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So he has a ball-jointed head and neck that can look up all the way. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side and all the way around very nicely. He has shoulders that can move all the way out. Single jointed elbows that can only bend in that far. I wish they could have been in just a little more. He has swivel wrists that can move side to side and up and down. On the bazooka holding hand, it's actually a hinge. He has an articulated mouth or articulated belly, whichever you want to say, and a ball jointed tongue. It can move side to side, I think up and down. Yeah, up and down, and you can probably spin it all the way around too. Can't quite get my fingers in there. But yeah, the tongue is articulated. He has a swivel here at the waist. He has some ball-jointed hips that can actually do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back all the way. Even though it sounds really tight, he has a swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knees that can bend back all the way, and swivel ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, and a nice ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to the Krang Shredder figure. Belly Bomb is a very short and stumpy figure compared to him. Here he is next to the cartoon Leonardo and Raphael, and these are the closest things that we have to the Archie Comics TMNT at the moment. I'm really surprised that we don't have Archie TMNT, either Ultimates or 4-pack. It's crazy that the first ones we got were actually the wrestling ones. So yeah, hopefully at some point in the future NECA does make them. And finally, here he is next to cartoon Michelangelo and Donatello. So overall, I think NECA did a really good job on this release. I think it looks so much better than the previous one. As I said, the colors are just really vibrant and really pop in person. This looks really good on the shelf compared to that previous version. So yeah, if you find this one, definitely get it, especially if you don't have the first version. Right now, this is only popping up at Walmart. It's not a Walmart exclusive, but it is popping it up there first. So if you are wanting this, definitely check there. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.